Hello everyone. In previous lecture, we discussed general methods of preparation in which Williamson synthesis. This is the most important industrial and laboratory method for the synthesis of mixed ether. And in this method, an alkyl halide reacts with sodium alkoxide to give ether. The yield of ether from alkyl halide follow the order first CH3, then primary, then secondary and tertiary alkyl halide. Then we discuss the diazomethane method. In this method, when alcohols or phenol are treated with diazomethane in the presence of BF3, the ethers are obtained. And lastly, we discuss the physical properties of ether. That means dimethyl ether and ethyl methyl ether is a gas at ordinary temperature, while other homologue of ether are colorless liquid and having the characteristics is ether smell. Up to this we cover in previous lecture. Today we will start the remaining part of ether, that is reactions of ether. Friends, the ethers are highly stable toward the action of most of the chemical reagents. Then second thing is that here they are used as a solvent in many reactions. And last, if ether is treated with strong acid like hydrogen iodide and hydrogen bromide, they hydrolyze to give alcohol or the alkyl halide. This is most important. That means when ether is treated with the strong acids like hydrogen iodide and HBr, they hydrolyze to give alcohols or alkyl halides. Okay, we discuss in detail reaction with halogen acids. The reaction with halogen acids in which the ethers are readily cleaved by cold hydrogen iodide, that is Hi or HBr. Number 1, when ether is treated with the cold Hi, this is the structure of ether. When ether is treated with the cold Hi, there is cleavage of this ether molecule and we will get the ethanol plus alcohol. That means there is formation of alcohol plus alkyl halide. Okay, and in case of mixed ether, this is the example of the mixed ether. In case of mixed ether, usually alkyl halide is formed from the smaller alkyl group due to steric reason. That means if we cleave this ether molecule and after cleavage, the smaller alkyl group is formed at alkyl halide part and remaining alcohol. That means the largest part is goes to the alcohol side and while the smaller fragment it goes to the alkyl halide. Okay, that means we have to remember that when cold Hi, when treatment with the ether, there is cleavage of the ether molecule and after cleavage we get the alcohol plus alkyl halide. And the order of reactivity is first hydrogen iodide, then HBr, then HCl. And this reaction forms a basis of Gisel's methods for the estimation of methoxy or the alkoxy groups. That means, friends, here we have to remember that when cold Hi, that is hydrogen iodide, when treated with the ether, we get the alcohol plus alkyl halide. Then next, hot Hi, hydrogen iodide. Hot hydrogen iodide reacts with ether to form alkyl iodide. There is formation of alkyl iodide. That means this ethyl methyl ether plus hot Hi will get the methyl iodide. There is formations of the methyl iodide. That means there is cleavage of this ether molecule and here we get the methyl iodide plus H2O. And last reaction, the aromatic ethers are also be cleaved by hydrogen iodide or HBr. That means here the best example aromatic ether is anisole. Treatment with the hydrogen iodide, there is cleavage of this ether molecule and here we get the phenol plus methyl iodide. Okay, this is about the reactions of ether. And we discuss reaction with halogen acids. In halogen acids, first we discuss when ether is treated with the cold Hi, that is hydrogen iodide, then the cleavage of the ether will be take place and we will get the alcohol plus alkyl halide. And the reactivity order is first hydrogen iodide, then hydrogen bromide and HCl. Then we discuss when ether is treated with the hot HI, hydrogen iodide, to form alkyl halides. And aromatic ethers are also be cleaved by hydrogen iodide or HBr. We get the phenol. Okay. Now then uses of ethers. Dimethyl ether is used as a refrigerant and as a solvent at low temperature. That means the dimethyl ether is specially used as a refrigerant, or it is also used as a solvent at low temperature. Then diethyl ether is used as a anesthesia in surgery. Then some important uses of diethyl ether. Uses of diethyl ether. First, it is used as an industrial solvent for oils, fats. Then it is used as a solvent in a reaction of Grignard reagent. This is the most important use of ether, is used as a solvent in the reaction of Grignard reagent. Then it is used as a refrigerant. Then a mixture of diethyl ether and ethyl alcohol known as the nathalite, which is used as a fuel substitute for the petrol. It is alternative use. This is about the uses of diethyl ether. Friends, in ether we discuss first introduction, then definition of ether, and ethers are classified into symmetrical ether and unsymmetrical ether. Symmetrical ethers, that means the symmetrical ethers, the oxygen atom of the ether linkage is attached to the two similar groups, and in case of unsymmetrical ethers, the oxygen atoms of the ether linkage is not attached to the similar groups, that means it is a different groups. Then we discuss the nomenclature of ether. It having a two methods, common name and IUPAC nomenclature method. In common name, the ethers are derived from the two groups attached to the oxygen atom of ether linkage, and according to IUPAC system, the ether are named as alkoxyalkane. After that, we discuss the structure of ether. The ethers have tetrahedral geometry, that is, oxygen is sp3 hybridized, and the carbon oxygen carbon, the bond angle is 110 degree. It is high due to the greater electronegativity of this oxygen than the carbon. Then we discuss the general method of preparation, in which Williamson synthesis. Actually, Williamson synthesis is the most important industrial and laboratory method for the synthesis of the mixed ether. And in this method, the alkyl halide reacts with the sodium alkoxide to give ether. And the order of reactivity of alkyl halide follow the order first methyl, that is CH3, then primary alkyl halide, then secondary, and last tertiary. Then we discuss the diazomethane method. In diazomethane method, when alcohols or phenols are treated with diazomethane in the presence of BF3, we get the ether. The physical properties of ether. The ethers are polar. The physical properties we discuss, the ethers are polar but insoluble in water and have a low boiling point than alcohol as comparable molecular masses, because ether do not form hydrogen bond with the water. Then reaction of ethers. The ethers are highly stable toward the action of most of the chemical reagent, and when it is treated with the strong acid like hydrogen iodide and HBr, they hydrolyze to give alcohol or the alkyl halide. And lastly, we discuss the reaction with halogen acids. In case of halogen acid, that is hydrogen iodide or HBr, when we use the cold HI, that is cold HI, hydrogen iodide, when treated with the ethyl methyl ether, we get the alkyl halide plus alcohol. The smaller part goes to the alkyl, while the larger part goes to the alcohol side. And this is called as the Gisel's method. Then we discuss when hot HI, that is hydrogen iodide, when treated with the ether, we will get the alkyl iodide. Last but not least, the aromatic ethers are also cleaved by hydrogen iodide or HBr. That is the best example of aromatic ether is anisole. When treatment with the hydrogen iodide, we get the phenol. Then we discuss the uses of ether. In this way, we completed the chapter alcohol, phenols and ether. Okay, thank you.